and welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Iowa Cubs taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now, and towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Tanner Bybee. What's the word on him?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
One down, base is empty. Up the middle. Two away here in the top of the first. Let's take a look at our lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Two outs, base is empty. That clips the zone, and the count 1-1. That one missed. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back now at Progressive Field. And towing the slab, Caleb Killian. What do you have on him, Chris?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. It's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-2 now. Rips that one to right. Casey makes the grab, one away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 1-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 1 out, nobody on. Bo Naylor at the plate now. No question about this one. It's out of here. They go back to back, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Andres Jimenez. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. It has the distance gone. A towering shot to center, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. A pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not. But I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Line drive, caught.
Timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys on the corners because, especially when it's a right-handed hitter for third baseman, you don't see the ball all that well going through the zone. And if it's a left-hander, you got a better shot at it because you can see the ball going through, see the contact. And so that jump isn't always on time. Sometimes it's a little early, sometimes it's a little bit late, but that one was perfect. Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Man at first, and here is Will Brennan. That's hard hit on the line. And a superb diving catch.
Great diving catch to end the inning after the pitcher battles through a tough one. That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And right back to the mound. Over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, David Peralta.
David Peralta at the plate. Foul ball. Bybee. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And he deals. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
The Guardians leading by 3 here at the top of the second. Fastball for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Jimenez under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. The Guardians lead this one 3-0. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the second. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. Killian back to work. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So man aboard, and stepping in is the speedy Miles Straw. That one drilled left field. Get out of town. He jacks that one out to left. And they add a couple more. It's 5-zip.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. Another one. Back-to-back homers, and they add a run. It's 6-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Caleb Killian is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Riley Thompson gets the call from the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Josh Naylor. He's already homered here in this one. Here's a rocket out to left. Peralta makes the grab. One away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up they'll find a hole.
And here is Bo Naylor. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And a rope into center field, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Back-to-back base hits. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Here's Ramon Laureano. That's out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. That's out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Steven Kwan.
So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Cleveland, Steven Kwan. And he's already singled in this game. Lined, and that's a base hit. Around third. He'll score. It's 7-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
First and third, 2 away. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. Now that's smacked to right center. Could be extra bases. 1 run across.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Brian Rocchio, doubled in his first AB. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 9-0. Throw, and it gets away.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Crow Armstrong flashes the leather on the run and catch. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back on to the third inning. Now it's Dominic Smith.
Dominic
Smith measures 6 feet even, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
And the 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. 1 away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Kicks and deals. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Rocchio makes the grab, 2 down.
batting 9th, the catcher, Jorge.
2 outs, base is empty. Jorge Alfaro at the plate. Out towards right center field. Laureano settles under it. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Cleveland. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Guardians, the third baseman, Jose.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 11-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Matthew Thompson.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now, Bo Naylor. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. It's 12-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. And that one hammered. That's back there. And forget it. He sends it out of here. His second home run of the game. It's 13-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Laureano comes up to hit. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And in one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So man aboard. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. There's a swing and a drive. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 14-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Brennan digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 2. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. Make that 4 homers in the inning, and they add on. It's 16-0.
Came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Keegan Thompson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
At the plate, Ryan Rocchio. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Casey ranging back and gone. That one felt good, and they add a run. It's 17-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and now this place is really rocking. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Miles Straw. Center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. A gigantic blast. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they tack one on the board. It's 18-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Base is empty, one away. Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Casey going back. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. It's 19-0.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
And the batter now, Bo Naylor. It's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now here is. And that liner is just barely fair for a hit. Naylor grounds second on his way to third. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Out towards left center. Sizes this one up. 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Stephen.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Ripped on a line. Casey brings it in for the 3rd out. But they break this game wide open with a 10-run inning. 3 innings complete. Cleveland's out front 19-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Pete Crow Armstrong. Bybee back to work. Ground ball left side, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 15.
Hayden Cantrell, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Crow Armstrong aboard here at first with nobody out. Fastball for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses, and there's 1 down.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Right fielder,
Owen Casey now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Chopper to second. Jimenez whips it to first. Now 2 out.
The first baseman, number 22, Matt Mervis.
And now Matt Mervis grounded out his first time. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Left-hand batter waits. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now, Will Brennan. And here it comes. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that ball is out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 20-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, number 62.
Now pitching for Iowa, number 62.
So up next, Ryan Rocchio.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Out there to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. Hauls it in for the out.
The center fielder, number 7,
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he's got a double. So the lineup flips over. Jose Ramirez getting ready to hit. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow.
Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Now the number 2 hitter, Josh Naylor. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. Massive home run. His 4th home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 23-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Now here is Bo Naylor. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. And that's a double. Man at second with one away. And now Andres Jimenez. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around third. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
New pitcher now, Colton Brewer.
Number 54, Colton Brewer.
One out, runner at second. Now it's going to be Ramon Laureano. Swings here and blasts one left field. That one's deep. Forget it. Their third home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 26-0.
Not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field.
Waste no time there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
One gone, runner at first. And next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. And there's a foul ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And it's into the gap. Kwan around second, headed for third. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they extend their lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So a man aboard. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. Line drive, Adam in center field.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
So 2 down now, and here is Miles Straw. On a line out towards center. Crow Armstrong brings it in. And that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the left fielder, David Peralta.
David Peralta.
The right-hander back to work. On the ground to third, and it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, third baseman.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And now Chase Strumpf. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these guys, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
That one ripped. That's back. And that one's gone. He circles the bases, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 27-2.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Digging in, Reginald Preciado. And a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. The Guardians up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
There's a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Home half of the 5th coming up. You're dialed into the show. Here in Cleveland, stepping in, Jose Ramirez. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's out of here. And he's gone yard again. His 3rd home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 28-2.
There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
New arm out of the bullpen, Carl Edwards Jr.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And up next for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. 4 out of 4 with 4 homers. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Peralta under it. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. In the air, out towards right center. Makes the catch. 2 away now.
Up next for Cleveland, the second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Andres Jimenez digs in now. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The 0-1. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. That was blasted to the moon. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 29-2.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin buried it out of here.
So 2 down. Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. Out of here. They go back to back. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 30-2.
Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Now a screamer into the outfield. Say goodbye to that one.
A majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But
now on the bump, number 21.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man, and one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That one ripped right center field. That's back. And it hits the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. That one ripped left field. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Runner from second crosses the plate. And the lead continues to grow. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third, he will score. And they extend their lead. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Ripped to right, base hit. And they hold him at third, 90 feet away with 2 out.
He was all over that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now here is Josh Naylor trying to do what no player has ever done at this level. He's looking for his 5th homer of the game.
I never thought I'd see this moment. I mean, this is unbelievable. This guy gets a chance to hit his 5th home run. Whether he does it or not, this next at bat's a pretty special one.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that ball is gone.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow through to drive it out of here.
Hammered, base hit, and that extends the inning.
The right fielder, number 10. Bravo.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Ramon Laureano. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. But it's a huge inning for them as they score 10 times. And we're back. And now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
The pitch. Crow Armstrong goes 6'1", 22 years old. A former first-round pick in 2020. Next offering is in for a strike. And the righty deals. The punch out there looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Cantrell batting with one down, takes a strike. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And now the right fielder, Owen Casey. Swing and a miss, strike one.
It really looks like
0-1's
these
the count.
hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to
0-2
commit
the
to
count.
one velocity and stay there.
The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the sixth. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. So they go quietly there. Well, we go bottom six.
Leading off
Here's the left
for the
fielder,
Guardians.
Stephen Kwan.
The left fielder, Stephen
The pitch.
Kwan.
Now a fly ball to right center. Casey on the move. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Will.
Next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
That one ripped. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
And at second with one away, Ryan Rocchio will hit next.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. And out of here.
Cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
Strong in the box now. No balls and a strike. This one smoked out to left. Peralta makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose.
So the Guardians lineup
Ramirez.
turns over. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. Rips that one to right. Back gone.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. And that keeps the inning alive.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. Solid swing from Stone.
Richard Lovelady will take over here.
Number 49, Richard Lovelady.
Here's the catcher to hit, Bo Naylor. That one fouled off. 2 outs. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And that one hops the wall. Jimenez into second, and he's got a double.
I mean, come on, have a game. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Fought off foul. Man on second, 2 down. That one ripped left field. It bangs off the wall. The throw into second. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So man aboard. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Will Brennan.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Will Brennan. Outfield playing pretty shallow. That's a base hit as a run scores. So 2 on with 2 away. Next to hit, Ryan Rocchio. Down the left field line, base hit. Around third. Pulls into third safely as a run scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. Base hit, 1 run in already. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Comes through with the RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Jose Ramirez. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history as one of the best ever. And I'm just in awe of what we've seen. And he's getting a standing O from me right now.
Base is empty with 2 away. Josh Naylor, the next to hit. And a base hit into right center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you
The
fall
catcher.
asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off. Naylor, the runner at first with 2 gone. Line drive. That's long gone.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Andres Jimenez now at the plate. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The Guardians up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time though. He keeps his composure and they get the out. But wow, what an inning as they score 14 times. Back here in Cleveland, and here is Matt
The first
Mervis.
baseman, number 22, Matt Mervis.
Bybee back to work. Late on that fastball.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
So now 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Left field,
Here's the left fielder, David Peralta.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Chase Strump. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. bottom of the 7th. So in now for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder,
As the lefty gets to work. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. The 0-1 to third. And it gets by him.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Man at first at the plate, Stephen Kwan. That's ripped. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
now batting the designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Will Brennan. This one ripped, but foul to the right. No outs, runners at first and second. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone.
Home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. That's hard hit on the line. That's a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
So man aboard, and now the center fielder, Miles Straw. That one ripped. This looks like extra bases. Rocchio rounds second on his way to third. Coming home. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Down the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. That one hammered center field, way back there. That one is gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
The 0-2. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two, and that's a two-bagger.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a lot of room out there. If you can rip one into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and he's in with a stand-up double. And up next for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Swing and a laser off the bat. This looks like extra bases. And now let's see if he goes for it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Such an impressive performance out of him in this one. His 3rd hit for extra bases. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And now the DH, Will Brennan. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Casey going back. Hits the fence. They get it in quickly, so it'll be nobody out with runners at the corners.
The batter, number 4, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they extend their lead.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and the lead continues to grow.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now here is Jose Ramirez. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And the batter now, Josh Naylor. And that one ripped into right, and it goes just foul. The pitch. No question about this one. It's out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game. And now, Andres Jimenez. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around third, he scores, and they extend their lead.
As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, base hit, right field.
Now batting.
And man, I'll tell you, a
designated
line
hitter.
drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's
Goodness.
feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Lined into right. Casey makes the grab. One pitch and one out.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it.
No, not every home run one is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And now, Miles Straw. Left field, way back there, and that one is gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
One out, base is empty. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. This one smoked on its way out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So one out, nobody on. And now the first baseman, Josh Naylor. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Andres Jimenez. That one blasted deep to right, way back there. Going, gone.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so crucial that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
One down. And up next for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. One out, runner at second. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Around third. He will score, and the lead continues to grow. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Man at second with one away. Will Brennan digs in now. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they extend their lead.
Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. That one drilled left field. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Now batting, the center fielder, Miles Straw.
So digging in, Miles Straw. Ripped on a line. See you later.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
2 outs, nobody on. Josh Naylor getting ready to hit. This one's smoked on its way out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 2 down. Now here is Bo Naylor. Rips one to right. Fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. Throw in is offline, so he'll get in there with a 2-out double.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off. At the belt and fires. Now that's smacked to right center. And it's off the wall. Run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but That's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Man at second here with 2 away. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ramon Laureano. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And it's going to take me the entire break to count all those runs. That was nuts. New inning getting started. Dom Smith stands in.
Hitter, Dominic Smith.
The wide to kick the pitch.
Ball
one there.
Ball 1, no strikes.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Righty to the plate. And that's the strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Preciado in the box again. Takes the strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The count.
Righty delivers. On the ground to short. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Jorge Alfaro.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Now a pop up on the infield. Drifts towards it. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. On to the bottom of the 8th. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. And a pitch. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
So a man aboard, Will Brennan, digs in for the Guardians. That's a laser base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
The batter number 4, shortstop.
And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Base hit and a run in to score.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So up next, Miles Straw. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Coming home, and it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. 1 run is in. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
And now Jose Ramirez. This one backs to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the number 2 hitter, Josh Naylor, known for his late inning heroics. A rope into right, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. The throw is wild and it gets away. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, where's the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around third, he'll score easily, and they extend their lead.
Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Ramon Laureano will hit next. Swing and a ball hammered left field, and it hits the fence. Throws to second. He's in safely at second. A run comes in the play.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit, and it slams off the bottom of the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on, and the lead continues to grow.
A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That smash towards center. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The batter number 4, shortstop,
Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. A switch hitter batting right. Line drive, base hit, around third. He'll score, and they extend their lead. Man at first with one gone. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Man at first, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. Line drive, caught. Back now at Progressive Field. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Crow Armstrong.
And the right-hander back to work. On the ground at first, Naylor. He's in there.
You gotta love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
So a man aboard, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Hayden Cantrell.
0-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Just off the inside edge.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Right through there for a strike. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Owen Casey, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Crow Armstrong, the base runner at first with 1 out. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Mervis now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Biden is just 1 strike away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two outs. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. And that is the ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.